Did you ever wonder where the story of the White House, one of the world's most iconic buildings, began? Let's kick things off with a journey back in time to October 13th, 1792. On this day, the groundbreaking for this majestic structure took place. The man at the helm of this historic project was none other than the first president of the United States, George Washington. Washington didn't personally live in the White House, but his vision and leadership were instrumental in its creation. The design of the White House is credited to James Hoban, an Irish-born architect. His winning design, influenced by the Leinster House in Dublin, was chosen by Washington himself from a competition that saw 9 entries. From its first cornerstone, the White House began its life as a symbol of the American presidency, reflecting the hopes and aspirations of a young nation. So, the White House, the symbol of the American presidency, traces its roots back to the late 18th century, but the journey has just begun. Can you guess who was the first president to live in the White House? The answer is John Adams, our nation's second president, and his wife, Abigail Adams. The year was 1800, and the White House, a symbol of the young republic's ambitions, had just been completed. This grand structure, painted white to mask the scorch marks from a fire during its construction, was far from the bustling center of political activity we know today. It was more like a large, stately yet somewhat lonely mansion on the outskirts of a developing city. The Adams moved in before the house was even fully finished, braving the chill of November with only 6 habitable rooms. Abigail Adams, in fact, used the unfinished East Room to hang laundry. Imagine that, the now elegant setting for state dinners, once a makeshift laundry room. While the Adams were the first to call it home, the White House was destined to house many more leaders and witness countless historical events. Did you know that the White House once caught fire and had to be rebuilt? Yes, it's true. And it happened during the War of 1812. British troops, in retaliation for the American attack on the city of York in Upper Canada, marched into Washington, D.C. Without hesitation, they set the White House ablaze in August of 1814. The flames consumed everything within the structure, leaving only the exterior walls standing. President James Madison and his wife, Dolly, were forced to flee the city, but not before Dolly saved the famous portrait of George Washington. In the aftermath of the fire, a lengthy rebuilding process began. The reconstruction, under the guidance of the original architect, James Hoban, aimed to restore the White House to its former glory. By 1818, the renovation was complete, and the White House was ready to house the president once again. Despite the flames of war, the White House rose from the ashes ready to face a new era. How did the White House grow from its original design to the magnificent structure we know today? Let's delve into the heart of this question. The White House, as we know it, is not a result of a singular architectural plan, but rather a cumulative product of expansions and renovations over centuries. The first significant expansion of the White House was the construction of the West Wing. This took place under the leadership of President Theodore Roosevelt at the turn of the 20th century. Roosevelt, known for his energetic personality, found the original White House insufficient for his bustling administration. The West Wing provided the necessary space, housing not only the president's office but also the offices of his staff. The Oval Office, arguably the most iconic part of the White House, was not part of the original design either. It was added during the administration of President William Howard Taft in 1909. The Oval Office was envisioned as a more intimate space for the president to work and meet with advisors, a departure from the grandeur of the main White House building. But the most extensive renovation of the White House occurred under President Harry Truman. In the late 1940s, the White House was in such a state of disrepair that it was deemed unsafe. Truman embarked on a massive renovation project that essentially gutted the interior of the White House, preserving only its historic exterior. This overhaul allowed the White House to be modernized, ensuring it could continue to function as the nerve center of the American government. So, as we can see, the White House we recognize today is a testament to the evolution of American leadership. Each addition and renovation reflects the needs and personality of the president at the helm, as well as the changing times. The White House has evolved and expanded just like the nation it represents, shaping and being shaped by the presidents who have called it home. What role does the White House play in today's world? Well, today, the White House stands as both a symbol and a central hub of activity. Its iconic facade is globally recognized, embodying the strength and resilience of the American nation. But beyond its symbolic significance, the White House is a bustling epicenter of decision-making where the president lives, works, and hosts leaders from around the world. The White House continues to evolve, reflecting the changing times. It's been a witness to countless historical events, a backdrop to peace treaties and state dinners, and a stage for decisions affecting millions globally. Today, it's more than an emblem of the American presidency. It's a testament to the nation's enduring democracy. It's a living, breathing edifice, constantly adapting and responding to the demands of the world stage. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a global symbol, the White House remains a testament to the resilience and evolution of American democracy.